you can operate the doors in any sequence. Here the front door is open. Now a passenger decides to get off the rear, so that door is also opened. This operation closes the rear door. Now the front door is also closed. Moving the lever like this opens the rear door only. Now both doors are open. Here he closes the front door. And now the rear door. Always make sure the lever is in neutral after you close the doors. If the lever is like this, the doors are not held shut by full air pressure. The air leakage should be avoided. Double clutching is necessary when shifting from low to second and from second to high. Single clutch into low, pick up speed and double clutch into second. Accelerate again and double clutch into high. In other words, you clutch to go out of gear and clutch again to go in gear. Double clutching is extremely important. When not done correctly, it results in broken transmission gears, as you see here. It costs real money to replace these gears. Perhaps you'd like to see the inside of the transmission. Quite a train of gears, isn't it? The transmission is a complicated mechanism that must not be abused by faulty operation. The pencil points to the second gear, which gets most of the abuse, as will be explained when we come to reducing gears. And here's something to avoid. Do not ride the clutch. When not shifting gear, keep your left foot on the floor. You will find it far more comfortable, and it will save wear and tear on the clutch. When somebody cuts in front of you so that you have to slow down momentarily and then speed up rapidly to pass around him, reduce your gears. You will also find that reducing gears is helpful when turning corners and for stopping on wet or slippery pavement. When reducing gears, push clutch pedal down and shift into neutral. Then let clutch out, then speed up the motor to approximately the speed it would be running if you were in second gear. At that instant, push the clutch pedal down and shift into second. Broken gears are the result when you fail to reduce gears properly. The only time that fanning of brakes is permitted is when stopping on ice or slippery pavement. And don't run too long in first and second gear. These coaches must take punishment enough without subjecting them to that abuse. Don't run faster than 12 miles per hour in low gear, and don't run faster than 22 miles per hour in second gear. Windshield wipers should not be operated any faster than necessary. Faster operation wastes air and limits frequent door operation and braking. Some drivers don't seem to realize that smooth operation saves time. When you stop correctly, your passengers are on balance, and the person getting off will get up and walk to the door while you're still moving. By the time you get the door open, she is ready to alight, and a minimum amount of time is required. This driver habitually throws his passengers off balance. After one or two such jolts, and they need not be nearly this severe, the fellow who gets off at the next corner will stay in his seat until the coach is completely stopped. As a result, considerable time is lost. Keep standing passengers away from both front and back doors as much as possible to increase your visibility and to prevent accidents. Most people want to cooperate and will step aside if you ask them pleasantly and explain why you want them to move. When stopping, be sure to keep your doors closed until the coach is completely stopped. Here's what happens when you open your door too soon. I'll bet that costs the department plenty. Whenever you're driving in a stream of traffic and find it necessary to pull over to the curb to pick up or discharge passengers, be sure to look into your mirrors and make certain you will not force another car to the curb. Also make sure the car following you can turn out or stop without hitting you. Here the coach driver wheels into the curb as if he had the street entirely to himself by divine right or something. This scene might be called How Not to Make Friends for the DSR. Friends are as necessary to a business as to a person. You all know that you're supposed to pull up to the curb and be clear of the cross street and crosswalk when loading or unloading. And you all know that it is frequently a physical impossibility because some car is parked where it shouldn't be. Then the question arises, should I double park or block the cross street? The answer to that is usually quite simple. If the cross street has heavy traffic, double park as shown here. When the cross street has little traffic and you are on a particularly heavily traveled street, get out of the traffic stream and block the cross street as this driver is doing.